Charles Kao with Travel Mall TV at the WTTC Global Travel Summit in Abu Dhabi with Brett Tollman, CEO of the Travel Corporation, which consists of many major brands around the world, and Brett will tell us. But before we get to talk about the company and what it's been up to lately, the one thing that I've been thinking of the last few days is any company that's successful is very dependent upon the leadership and upon the staff, the interaction between the two. What are you most proud of, and what do you think is that chemistry that exists in your company?
I think it's so important to be passionate about what you do, to obviously work hard, to keep pushing the rock up the hill, as President Clinton spoke to us about yesterday, to never give up. And it's most importantly about one's people, because good companies, especially those in the service and hospitality industry, are about providing great experiences, good quality, with great consistency and value. And the only way you deliver that each and every day is through your people. Bricks and mortar create a nice ambiance and atmosphere perhaps, but obviously it's ultimately about service, is what your point of difference is. So I'm most proud about people, how much we achieve, how much we contribute every day. First and foremost to our guests and our customers, and secondly in our local communities and what we do to get involved to be a good local and corporate citizen, Charlie.
Because you have such a diversified group of companies, from Trafalgar to Brendan, Insight, Uniworld, Kontiki, of course, Red Carnation Hotels.
80 Kings.
The same formula works across the board.
Absolutely. We keep all of our brands separate, and people are people. So whether you work for one of our brands, or Coca-Cola, or Jumeirah, where I've been staying here in Abu Dhabi, which has been a remarkable experience, people need to connect with something and someone, and we certainly work hard, as many do in this amazing industry of ours, to have people feel that they have a voice, that they belong, that they can contribute, and that they have a long-term career with us. And I think it's as simple as that, and it's as difficult as that, getting that connection with your people, maintaining it, and then building upon it so nothing gets stale, always keeping it fresh and exciting.
What are some of the accomplishments you're most proud of some of these companies in the past year?
I'm certainly proud of all of them. If we take Trafalgar first and foremost, we've repositioned and re-established what an escorted tour is by creating more immersive experiences in our guided holidays and guided vacation spaces that Gavin Tollman, CEO of Trafalgar, has done, which is certainly what the market's looking for. More time in each city and destination that we go to. We give them the opportunity to do anything from a cooking school to going and spending time with the local family who'll cook a meal for you and tell them about their lives and what it takes to operate a vineyard or a lemon grove in Sorrento, for example. With Insight going into India, back on Trafalgar, we have a new itinerary going into Japan, which was part of our commitment to help the rebuilding of that incredible country and people and culture post the awful earthquake and tsunami they went through 2 years ago. Uniworld has really reinvented itself, and I think the ultra-luxury end of what river cruising is about. I'm so proud of what our team do there each and every day, and the remarkable experiences that our customers rave about. 80 Kings, from getting involved with helping try to save the Tasmanian devil in Tasmania, working with Penguin Island, some of the local indigenous community support projects we've been involved in, to working very hard under Anthony Hayes, our new global MD for 80 Kings and Inspiring Journeys, to reposition and reinvent the product and the brand as we go forwards. Kontiki, we're working with Celine Cousteau, currently in Mexico, working on a shark project, as well as we work in the Mesopotamia reef, analyzing and trying to help protect those remarkable reefs for the future, as well as some of the experiences and destinations Kontiki is now going to, from the South Pacific to South America over the last 5 years.
And African travel just came to my mind.
Absolutely, thank you. So Jim Holden, our president there, is doing a fantastic job. We are a preferred partner with AAA for the past couple of years, was one example, and that relationship has just grown from strength to strength. We've repositioned and rebranded African Travel in the last couple of years, and some of the experiences, destinations, and value that we're delivering, I think, is quite outstanding.
And of course, Brendan Tours must not be forgotten. What's
Absolutely.
going on there?
So again, Brendan Vacations has been reinvented over the past couple of years under Nico Zenner, our president. Sorry about the background noise. We now have boutique journeys, which are small groups, no more than 22 people, in over 35 destinations. Private chauffeur-driven experiences, which again, I think the high end of the market here in the US is very interested in, and now we've also introduced it for outbound Chinese high-end travelers, where it's a very customized itinerary. You choose your style and quality of vehicle from, say, a Chrysler 300 to a Viano 10-seat Mercedes van, or a Mercedes or BMW stretch vehicle, and then how many days you want in a destination. You go to 35 cities in Europe, and you can choose 5 days, 10 days, a 3-star to a 5-star hotel, and then the customer can decide, if they want to do more cultural, immersive experiences, more shopping, or a variety of all of those. So, I think customization and unique individual experiences is what we're catering to here, and there's certainly a niche of the market that's very much looking for that today. And then, we still do our guided holiday experiences throughout the world as well with Brendan. And then next year we're coming back into the South Pacific once we have a new technological platform that we're launching this fall, which we think will give Brendan a great point of difference and expertise going into 2014.
I know you're very passionate about sustainable development as it relates to travel and tourism, and your company sponsors the Tourism for Tomorrow Awards at the WTTC Global Summit. Looking at a broader picture about the industry in general, because you're on the executive board and very much involved with World Travel and Tourism Council. The private sector, what would you ideally like to see the kind of leadership this group, WTTC, would do more of, or continue to do more of, or innovative things coming up in the future?
I think we always need to keep challenging ourselves, because we know we have a limited set of resources here on our planet. We know our population keeps growing, 7 billion this past year. Projections we've heard here is 2025 to 2050. Our population is going to explode to 9 to 12 billion people, depending on the year, depending on who you listen to from a projection standpoint. So, our planet's not getting bigger, our natural resources aren't growing, they're only shrinking. So we all have to challenge ourselves constantly to do more. We have to get people more involved. It's not just the industry, and there's such a remarkable number of challenges we have. We don't talk about it here, but the honeybees and what's decimating those populations, is as an important issue for mankind, humankind, to deal with as any, because if the honeybees disappear or are substantially reduced in population, obviously what that does to our wild stock of plant life and flowers and so forth is going to be decimating. And then obviously there's the issues of our wildlife, which wilderness safaris that we're very passionately involved with in Africa, doing to preserve and protect our wildlife population in Africa. To, more importantly, in one sense, in terms of our other brands, is getting people aware and involved in their footprint before they go on holiday, after they go on holiday, and then equally importantly, respecting and appreciating the cultures and the destinations they're going to, not creating another part of the problem with pollution. So, maybe bringing a recycled bottle with you rather than buying plastic bottles of water, not creating pollution, as I say, when you go to the pyramids at Giza, is what I say. It's just awful to see the amount of plastic bottles that are just strewn in these big dumps that are left by us. And so that's just one small example, obviously, to reducing our footprint when we're traveling. I don't believe in offsets, because that just moves the problem from here to there. But certainly, being respectful, reducing our footprint, and doing all we can to protect and preserve our planet is a responsibility for everyone. I think there's some great leaders in this industry, and we need to keep challenging ourselves. But I personally don't believe in criticizing or questioning how much we do, as opposed to just making sure the conversation is about building awareness and building involvement. As President Clinton again said yesterday, talking about the ant colonies, they are so successful and powerful because of their collective contributions as a group, and mankind is very much like that as well. So I believe it's a collective effort and a collaborative effort.
Brett Tollman, CEO of the Travel Corporation. Thank you, Brett.
Thank you, Charlie.